All right, coming to you live. It's the Silver Linings with Leigh Weber, Brian Deal, Seamus, Jaja the Vishla, and we're coming to you from Scottsdale, Arizona. Scottsdale, I'm learning, is maybe the home of the resort. It's like a beautiful desert wind blowing through here. We have palm trees, we have grass. We have not seen grass in months, years, since last year it feels like. So anyway, we're starting to enjoy Scottsdale. Just extended our hotel stay for a third night. We've only stayed here one night, but it has a pool, has a hot tub. It's very distanced and mostly empty. So we're gonna live it up. We'll let you know what we see in Scottsdale. We made a point of parking next to the 300D.
They all.
Who is it? Who is it? Oh yeah. Oh, don't let that dog touch you like that, okay? Oh no. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? You're so tough. Shush. Can't get from that dog, girl.
Okay, so this is a few days later from when I first started this video. I've been experimenting a lot with how to do these videos where I talk, I'm able to produce it, and like what to show you. And because I'm also filming and photographing with my Leica and making like black and white fine art films with that, but I also I want to have my family on here kind of narrating our adventure and talking about it bit by bit. But I'm trying to, you know, keep them separate but connected. Kind of these two parallel projects of Silver Lining. So we have the black and white fine art film, fine art photos, art. And then we also have the iPhone video interview, real rough. You get to see behind the scenes, beneath the surface, you know, in these Silver Linings YouTube videos. So anyway, I'm trying to put together a couple clips that I've taken over the past few days, and we were in Scottsdale, which is kind of part of Phoenix. Scottsdale is a nicer zip code than some other parts of Phoenix. I guess I'm sure it's its own city. It's huge anyway. And I liked Scottsdale. I really wanted to like it more. The place we stayed at first was great. And actually in the beginning of this video, I say, oh, I've just, you know, we're gonna stay 3 nights instead of just 2. And we've only been here 1. Well, it just sort of like changed from there. It wasn't, I don't know, it was a very transient sort of hotel culture. And I think it kind of just freaked us all out. We had to kind of get back into nature. Like, we like to be in nature for a few days, and then we're like desperate for a hotel for a few days. But 2 nights in a hotel, I think, is ideal. It's a little bit short, kind of forces you to do more while you're there, like downloading pictures, washing clothes, kind of organizing. I always end up cleaning the van again. 3 days and I start to get like, I don't know, a bad vibe at a hotel. I'm ready to get out. But anyway, the point of this video is to connect all these disparate clips you're seeing today. So we went to Frank Lloyd Wright's Taliesin West. Hold on just a second. Yes, may I help you?
Did you see it fall down here?
No, not right now. So that was cool. Now Brian's coming back. He's gonna interrupt me. Coming to you live from Taliesin West. This is Frank Lloyd Wright's home that I believe he designed for himself. I'm about to go on the tour, so I will find out exactly, but I kind of love it already. You can hear some water, lots of designs, lots of angles. Seems very angular and low, but I am not an expert yet.
ground. It's kind of like a drum. This helps to project my voice to the back of the room as well. Mr. Wright?
State Parks and Trails,
Parks and Trails,
Junior Ranger,
Junior Ranger,
I pledge
I pledge
to help the park rangers
to help the park rangers
protect and preserve
protect and preserve
lost Dutchmen,
lost Dutchmen,
state park habitat,
state park habitat,
and wildlife,
and wildlife,
and help keep the park clean
and help keep the park clean
and safe
and safe
for visitors and wildlife.
for visitors and wildlife.
I also promise
I also promise
to always
to always
eat all my fruits and vegetables,
eat all my fruits and vegetables,
listen to my parents, teachers, and grandparents,
listen to my parents, teachers, and grandparents,
and keep a clean room.
and keep a clean room, even
All
though
right.
I don't have a room.
All right, so we're picking up one more time, and as you can see, like, life on the road's very fragmented at times, you know, like I have all these clips, all these things we've done. I can't even record one video for this without being interrupted. So, you know, I would say that's one of the harder things about traveling and being on the road is you're always kind of out of place a little bit and looking for the right place. You also have to adjust your expectations of cities, the way maybe it's been advertised over the years, or your preconceptions of a city, because you might get there and you might not like it as much, or you might love it. Like right now, we have just driven into Flagstaff, Arizona. So we went from Scottsdale to Sedona, which we all felt this magnetic energy driving in. Even Seamus, who was doing remote school at the time and totally plugged into his iPad and headphones, was like, looked up and was like, I like this place, before he even knew where he was. So that was kind of interesting. We've gotten lots of rocks and crystals so far. Seamus likes to go into a store, he knows exactly what he wants, and I kind of like that about him. So I usually will cave and get him, you know, he found this cool fossil. Let me see if I can find, I gotta think about where this stuff is. Maybe that'll be our next episode. But anyway, so we are now in Flagstaff. It's supposed to snow here, maybe 1 to 3 inches in the next, like, starting later today. I mean, it's like blue skies out there, but starting later today, tonight, and into tomorrow. I'm not a huge fan of snow, but, you know, we did agree that could be part of the experience, and so I'm trying not to be too big of a pill about it, but I'm, you know, I prefer the sun. I decided I like the cacti strata, like in terms of the US, and I don't know, what strata are you in? There's no Gulf Stream here. I've not figured out the weather here yet, like what drives the weather here. We did feel when that like big storm came down and really affected Texas, we did feel that in Arizona. It was windier and cooler, but I don't know how like the weather travels here. Like I know how it travels back in Charleston. So if Mike's weather page, if you're watching, I would like a Southwest edition of Mike's weather page. So anyway, we're in Flagstaff. I think we're gonna get a hotel for 2 nights, and just 2 nights, and enjoy some snow here. And yeah, maybe our next episode will have some snow in it. But basically we are going from a swimming pool to a snow bowl within a few days. Do you have anything you want to say, bud?
No.
You sure? Okay. Seamus is finishing up math class up there. Brian's checking out gear. He really would be a good gear reviewer. He really researches stuff, reads about it, reads reviews, all this stuff that I don't do. I'm more of a, does it feel right kind of person. So I do admire that he can research so many things. Also, I've already lost my free fly shirt. I talked about it in the last episode. He and I matched, and about how great it was. I took it off later that day because it got hot and I had a short sleeve shirt on under it, and I haven't seen it again. So that's really weird. It's really weird. And now of course I can't find free fly out here. There is an REI here we will seek out, but there was another outdoor store I went into yesterday that did not have free fly, but ironically the guy working there was flying to Charleston basically this morning. So I told him he needed to pick up some free fly and bring it back. Hold on, Seamus has something to say?
I
Maybe. Seamus wants to go back to Target once he's done with school. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, send me your questions. We will try to be better about answering them. Send me your suggestions. We are in Flagstaff, Arizona, the Sedona area. I'm very interested in getting a massage. I need some vibrational healing, sound bath, anything warm and cozy. Sign me up. Dax Shepard touted the Enchantment Resort on his podcast, and I wrote it down like months ago. I would love to stay there, but it's like, I don't know, somewhere between like $1,000 and $1,500 a night. So that probably won't happen. But you know, we can dream. All right, see you next time. Okay, one more thing I'll add and then finish on is that we also went to Arcosanti on our way out of Scottsdale up this way. And it was so fascinating. I know I've posted a bunch on Instagram about it, a lot of photos. Paolo Solari was a student of Frank Lloyd West's, and he started his own city called Arcosanti, Arizona. And it's still in progress. It's a little rough, to be honest, but it's based on a mix of architecture and ecology. So there's certain things about it that I really love. Some of the spaces, the shapes of windows, a lot of circles. Also the soundscape. So Paolo Solari also invented or created these bells. They were called Cosanti bells. And it's kind of a bang. It's a little bit more like a cowbell sound than like a twinkling wind chime, and they're placed strategically around Arcosanti. So as you walk through, you hear these bells and it sort of calls you to a certain space, which is kind of fascinating actually. Other times you're like, wait, is that an alarm going off? We also kind of felt like it was like this annoying bird at times when we've heard it. So it's just kind of interesting. Yeah, so anyway, some of these clips are from that as well.